The little one's on already. I'm not waiting. That's a kid who's happy in a boat. Sorry? Yeah. Are we live?
Yeah, we are.
Sorry, we're live. Sorry. Yeah, cool. So this is lovely. This is the two-handed community in arriving. Rupert and Mistral on the right. Next up we had Kraken with Rob and John's Hall, Rob Goff. Then in the middle we've got Min River with Janglin and Aymeric Belvoir. And then just the most recent arrivals, our friends from Kinsale in Ireland, Cian Mcarthy and Sam Hunt on Cinnamon Girl. And this is really the sort of top end of the two-handed sailing. And as you can see, these boats are really set up for this stuff. This boat had another life before this, but if you look down here, Jake, you'll see that a little bit of a push. You can see Kinsale Yacht Club, which is in Cork in Ireland. Magnificent sailing part of the world. Spent many years sailing on Cork Harbour as a youngster. This is previously Sunfish. It's a Sunfast 3300, and Jake, we might, while the guys are getting sorted out, just go left a little bit and just sort of talk about some of the sort of style of the boat. So just keep going until we can get a clear view of the hull, and we'll sort of see. So you can see really sort of what in the old days, in the 70s, they're called tumble home, which is actually that the body of the hull actually flares out from the top side there. And then what they call a scow-shaped bow, very bulbous at the front. And what that fundamentally does is it's got extraordinary buoyancy for a very small boat. It generally rides over the waves, so downwind these things absolutely fly, so they get out of sort of major displacement mode. It means they don't bury the bow, so they've got quite a lot of buoyancy in the bow. They're actually going over the waves a lot of the ways. So if you see any of the sort of Class 40s in Europe and so on, they all have this shape, some of them much more extreme than this. And then there's all sorts of things you can do. So for instance, you'll see the window in the deck house there, it sort of looks a bit weird, the shape, but that fundamentally means the guys can be below. They can see what the sail set is for the jibs and everything else and the main without having to come up on deck. Then all of the gear on deck is really geared to two-handed sailing. So everything falls to hand really neatly. The winches, where the instruments are, you're not really going far from the helm there. You can see Sam Hunt there, just standing near the helm. Main sheet in the middle, main sheet block. And generally speaking, they're not needing to go up on the bow too much. They've got furling gear, but you'll notice that the inside the actual headsail there is hanked on. And that's a common thing, particularly for the shorthanders. And you've got options for going two up on the bowsprit there for asymmetric sails and for code zeros as well. It's kind of a weird shape, but they're extremely fast. It seems to be sort of counter to what you'd expect, but it works pretty well. And nothing fancy, just an aluminium mast. None of the sort of no need to be going with composites and other things at this point. All pretty simple stuff, and the chief thing is you sail it fast. Twin rudders, as you can see, so as soon as she gets up on a heel, the leeward rudder is always in. Doesn't matter too much if this is out, even on a heel. These things work perfectly well on a heel. Life raft at the back as well, and then various sort of just easy positions for sitting around. Yeah. Okay. Do you reckon we'll get in time? We'll see how we go. Cian, well done. Crosbie, nice to see you. Nice to see you this end.
Yeah.
When you have a minute, you and Sam have got a moment, we'd love to have a chat, but I'll let you just do family thing first. Do you want to stop on that and go for my phone? Yeah, let's do that. Sorry, we're a little light on the batteries here, so we're going to just do a quick swap out, and we'll put my phone in, and hopefully we can just have a chat with Cian and Sam.